Who are the oldest bowlers to win a PBA title on the main tour? That's exactly what we'll be finding out in this video. I've gone back through the records and I think I've found the top 5 oldest players to have won a PBA title. We've seen many players win in their 40s and even 50s, but who exactly have been the oldest winners, and has there been anyone older that's still been competitive? Just before we start, a quick disclaimer. I had to do a fair bit of research here because I couldn't find a list of the oldest players to win a title, so I had to do a bit of manual work here to try and find the top 5. When it comes to the PBA, this type of information isn't readily available. I believe these are correct, definitely the top 3 are, but if you think I've missed any out, then please do let me know. So we're going to start this video off today with number 5, Parker Bohn III at 52 years of age.
Woo! Yeah! Parker Bohn! It's nuts. Parker Bohn, PBA Cheetah champion. And
Parker Bohn III had a fantastic finish to his career and won 2 titles in 2015, the first of which was a major, the Players' Championship, which was his 3rd major, and then he also won the 2015 Cheetah Championship at 52. He remained competitive even after those 2 wins, and he also gave us some memorable performances in the PBA League. Number 4, Ernie Schlegel at 53.
Schlegel.
There's his best shot on lane 20 right there. Stayed with that
4 out of there.
Stayed with perspiration. Good shot here. Look at Kathy. Look at the reaction from Kathy Schlegel up off the bench. Shot of the week for Ernie right here.
Oh, he did it.
I'll tell you what, that ball didn't turn over at all for the first 40 feet. That's how much Ernie wanted to line it to the pocket. Ernest. A lot of ball speed right at it. That's a winner, folks. What a great performance by Ernie Schlegel. You can hear the crowd in the background. They're chanting Ernie.
Ernie Schlegel had a late revival in his 50s. He went on a title drought for 6 years and then pretty much out of nowhere won the 1995 Players' Championship. That was of course the famous title match where Randy Peterson left a stone 8-pin. Ernie was a PBA winner once again at age 52, but in 1996 he would win again at 53 when he won another major, this time the Masters. Ernie was known as an old school hustler and found a way to become a major champion despite being in his 50s and having a very low rev rate compared to the rest of the bowlers on the tour. He showed us what a competitor he was, and those 2 wins were both extremely memorable. Number 3, Norm Duke at 54. Norm won his 39th title in February 2019 at the Indianapolis Open, where he defeated Jason Belmonte. He was aged 54 at the time, and it was just 1 month before his 55th birthday. This makes him the 3rd oldest player to win a standard PBA event, and just to prove it wasn't a fluke, 1 week later he won his 40th title, which also made him the 3rd player in history to win 40 titles, and it was also the first time in his career that he'd ever won PBA titles in back-to-back weeks. And just before we move on, I want to tell you about a video I released yesterday where I asked ChatGPT to find me the perfect bowling ball. I gave it some information about my bowling style and asked it to choose one ball that it thought would suit me the best. And I have to say the results were very surprising. I'm actually going to go and buy that ball that it suggested and make another video testing it out. So to see how accurate AI is and what ball it chose, you can watch the full video on my second channel, The Right Lane 2.0, or just click the link above to watch the video. Number 2. Buzz Fazio.
Was third high with 1292. That's out there. Way out there. The 1, 2, 4, 10, and the buzzer could be open. Here's it.
He's trying to get loose. Couldn't get the lift, and a washout was the result.
Beautiful shot. High the first 3 frames. Out too far in the 4th. Now in the 1-3 pocket, and that's the old relaxer right there.
This is a name some of you may not be familiar with. We need to go right back to the start of the PBA to find Buzz, who was one of the original members despite being in his early 50s at the time. Before the start of the PBA, he was regularly on TV and set some impressive records. He was actually the first to roll an 800 series on live TV with an 802 and was the first ever to roll a 300 game in the finals of the BPAA All-Star, which was the predecessor to the US Open. He only won 2 PBA titles, both in 1964 when he was 56 years old. This made him at the time the oldest man to capture a PBA Tour title. That record stood for over 30 years before it was finally beaten. He also is, I believe, the oldest player to ever make a PBA telecast. He was 60 when he made the finals of the 1968 Masters, but would finish as the runner-up. Number 1. John Handegaard at 57.
Gave him more room. Oh, it came back. A hole all day long. It's just amazing. Every time he gets up there, somebody's throwing a double or 3 or 4 in a row at him. Oh, but he knocked him down for the double. TV record, that's Nelson Burton Jr. Oh, now he's running him out. Yeah. Just to be here. He swung it, and it went high. Oh, he tripped the 4. Well, he's got that rollout going for him right now. It's going.
Handegaard made PBA history at the 1995 Northwest Classic when he defeated PBA Hall of Famer Mark Williams 278 to 247, and this made him the oldest player to ever win a PBA title. This is a record that obviously still stands, and it's one that may never be beaten. What makes this even more interesting is it was actually the only title he ever won on the main tour. After that, he actually had an extremely successful PBA senior career, winning 14 titles. This was the record for many years until Walter Ray Williams Jr. finally surpassed him in 2021. So it's surprising that he didn't win more regular PBA titles. But for now, he will be known as the oldest player to have ever won a PBA title on the main tour. And so that brings us to an end of this list. As I mentioned earlier, I believe that these are all accurate. I checked and I found the top 3. I'm pretty much 99% sure they are accurate. There's not too much information out there that I personally could find, but I'm pretty sure that this top 5 is accurate. But if I have missed anyone out that you know of, then please let me know in the comment section below. And if you have enjoyed this video, I'd really appreciate it if you would subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of my future videos. Well, that's going to do it from me for today, and as always, thank you bowling fans, and see you all next time.